Look, if you are someone who wants to learn DSA within a month or two, then sorry, that's not possible, my friend. But if you are someone who is saying to me that I want to learn DSA within a span of 3 to 4 months, I will prepare for it sincerely. And since I have less time, please provide me few important topics that I can cover and crack a decent interview with the help of those topics in DSA. Then this video is definitely going to work for you. So hey guys, this is Rahul here, and in today's video we are going to talk about the 5 most important topics of DSA that are generally asked in most of the technical interviews, and if you cover just those topics, then you can easily crack a decent interview of any good company. So let's get started without wasting our time. Look, first of all, I would like to clear just one thing, that the topics that I am going to tell you in this video are not the only topics that are defining DSA. I mean, DSA is a very vast topic that requires years of practice and a lot of hard work of a guy. And if you are thinking that I am some kind of a guru or a YouTuber who is going to tell you some tricks that with the help of which you can learn DSA within a month or two, then that's completely wrong. And I am completely against that idea. But what I'm saying is, with the help of these 5 to 6 topics, you can get a decent idea of DSA. I mean, you can easily solve 60 to 70% of the problems of DSA with the help of these 5 to 6 topics. So with the help of which they can help you in a shorter span, and if you have less time, then you can definitely go with these topics. So let's get started. So the topic number 1, that is the evergreen topic of arrays and strings. And why arrays and strings? Because if you are someone who is learning DSA, or if you are into problem solving, then the problem solving starts only from arrays and strings itself. Okay, means you can't jump to any other topic or any other advanced topic, we can say. And if you are a beginner, you can't jump to any other topic if you haven't learned about arrays and strings. So these are the fundamentals. These are the very basics of DSA. So first of all, if you are jumping directly into DSA and you have done a little bit of coding, then I would suggest you to clear the fundamentals of how arrays work, how sorting of the arrays work, how strings work, how various operations of the strings takes place, how collection frameworks of Java works on strings as well as on arrays, and how you can use them for your purposes to make your problems a bit simpler for you. So that will help you in problem solving, that will help you in solving problems, that will help you in understanding the problems very easily. So these are like fundamentals, these are like basics of problem solving. So you must learn first about arrays and strings, and then you should proceed to the next topics that I'm going to tell you. So the topic number 2 that I think is really important for a guy who wants to learn DSA in a shorter span of time is hashing. So hashing is something that reduces the time complexity from big O of n square to big O of n in a lot of cases. So in most of the problems, in most of the array problems, or in most of the counting problems, you can say, where you need to keep track of frequency or something like that, you have to use hashing like hash maps or hash set. So you must learn about those fundamentals, how heaps work. So hashing and heaps are the few important topics that you need to cover after arrays and strings, and that will help you in complex problems. Time complexity constant, like you have given the maximum range of 10 to the power 4, then you need to solve it within a range of big O of n square. So there comes the case of hashing. So when I was learning DSA, so initially I didn't know about hashing, and I also not studied about that. But when I started giving contextual lead code, then I got to know that okay, how I can boil down the complexity from big O of n square to big O of n with the help of hashing. So that's how I got to learn. So you don't need to worry about that. So after learning about arrays, after learning from arrays and strings, you can directly switch to hashings and heaps, because that will help you to work on time complexity. That will help you to make your code faster, and you can make yourself safe from the TLE error. So yeah, you should go with hashing. So the topic number 3 is binary search. So binary search is one of the most important topics of DSA, and that is a really super important topic, and that works on sorted arrays. And when you search for problems of binary search, you will find a hell lot of problems for binary search only. I mean, there are thousands of problems regarding binary search, and most of the harder problems that contain the concept of binary search are really hard. So you need to grind on that very carefully, and most of the job interviews also ask regarding binary search a lot. So that is an important point, that is an important topic regarding learning DSA as well as from the point of view of interviews. So you can't skip that. So just learn binary search as your topic number 3. Sliding window is the next important topic after binary search, and it is super important to boil down the complexity from big O of n square to big O of n while solving the problems of sub-array, or like when you are working on sub-array problems, then sliding window is super helpful. So you can't definitely skip that. And most of the big companies ask that problem, but that questions are like, they not just directly ask the question of sliding window, means you just can't detect it with the by directly reading the problem. But when you will apply the approaches, when you will learn in concepts, then you can easily find out that okay, you can apply sliding window at that. So for that you will require practice. So just go on and practice a lot of questions regarding sliding window. So the last topic, the topic number 5, is BFS, DFS and the concepts of node. So you must know how nodes work, how you can create objects, how you can make classes with the help of that, how you can create your own node, how you can traverse through nodes, means like how concept of trees work, like how you can move to the left or right, how to access the values of the nodes, how to store the values in the node, how you can create your own trees, how to traverse on the nodes with the help of BFS, with the help of DFS. These traversals are super helpful while working on the problems of graph. So I am not telling you to learn graphs particularly or trees particularly, because that might take a lot of time of yours, because these are really important topics and these are huge topics and they require a lot of practice. So instead of going deep down into that, you can just practice regarding BFS, DFS and node concepts. So that will give you a easy and a better idea regarding how these things work. And if you have enough time, then you can directly deep dive into that. But if you have a lesser time, then you can stick to these 5 topics, and these topics will be really helpful for you regarding any interview. And I'm not saying that you will be cracking any interview there with the help of these topics, but most of the interviews that require decent knowledge, means moderate level of knowledge of DSA, then you can crack most of the interviews regarding that with the help of these 5 topics only. So but the condition is you need to solve at least 300 to 400 good quality of problems, and inclining more towards the harder level, not like you are solving 200 easy problems. So not like that. You need to work hard, you need to work on your practice, you need to work on your number of problems, you have to give context, you have to research about what kind of questions the company asks. And most of the companies focuses on these areas like binary search, sliding window, heaps. So most of the topics like that, BFS, DFS. So you can just stick to that. And the 6th and miscellaneous topic that I was talking about was DP. So if you are left with some time, then you can definitely dive into dynamic programming and recursion. And so these are really important topics, but if you have a lesser time, then I would suggest you to not deep dive into them. So that was a quick video from my side to tell you about 5 important topics that you can prepare without investing much time of yours. And these are super useful topics, and if you invest a decent quality of time in that, you can crack a decent interview. So that was it from my side for you today, and I hope you liked this video. If yes, then please don't forget to drop a like, and you can follow me on socials, and I will be catching you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.